All right. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are listening to the High Score 510 podcast. You can catch us at a High Score 510 on the Instagram, the YouTube, and on the Twitter at HorcruxHipster. Also, check out our TikTok and Patreon page. And we are here with.
This is AG3 just coming at you. I'm just coming at you right now. Tired, making it through the day.
Here's your soundbite, AG3. Let me see if I can.
Came in so fast and so hard, and these guys knew exactly what. Let's go, come on, get in, let's go. Blah. They came one right after another, not at the same time. They don't want to come at the same time. They had to come right after each other. They didn't have any room.
Oh my God, Jerry.
That's Donald Trump talking about Adarius. Adarius serving up at the shoe convention.
Showing those DT shoes.
Blowjob Nikes, they came in so fast and so hard, one after another. And we are here with...
You are looking live. Just tuned in to Oakland, California, High Score 510 podcast. And yes, I'm here live. I'm sitting right in front of DJ Art and AG Triples.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them are touching me on my knee.
They don't want to come at the same time. They had to come right after each other. They didn't have any room.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, done a live show in years.
Here's a soundbite. Cat P-Funk is a throwback to an interview with Joe Jackson.
Michael said in a recent interview that he was frightened of you. He said that he was so frightened of you sometimes that he would be sick. Is that true?
Well, I just knew about that when I heard him mention that on TV on Oprah Winfrey show. I didn't know anything about him being sick, but regurgitating. But if he did regurgitate, he regurgitated all the way to the bank. The craziest
Regurgitate all the way to the bank.
It's Joe Jackson. Regurgitated all the way to the bank. I made that little motherfucker rich.
Man, it's crazy.
Yeah, Joe Jackson. He made his kids famous. That's for damn sure. He left them with a little bit of trauma too.
Treat him like he beat them kids. He didn't beat them kids.
No, I ain't hit them kids. Hello, though.
I don't think Jerry know how to do sound bites live anymore. We hadn't done a live show since before the pandemic, right? When it started. I remember the last live show. Wait, no, we done one since the pandemic. I'm wrong. The last live show was DJ Art's birthday up in the mountains. Paul.
That was before the pandemic.
Oh yeah, you're right. That was January.
We recorded with Nathan and Ed at Pescadero.
Oh,
and
yeah.
released it.
You never put that show out.
Yeah, because there was too much to go through. All that work.
You should put that show out.
It was an intervention. That was the problem. It was an intervention. And Nathan thought he was doing a sports show. And then it turned into a Knit Money intervention with a lot of people being serious, taking everything serious.
And my name is Jared, aka DJ Art, with 2 T's for a double dose of that tink tink the D is on, so it's just Jart. And here's my soundbite. You're gonna have to listen closely to this one because it's of the famed RFK Jr. doing his thing at a Senate hearing. Here's the clip.
You have done among the many that you described in your testimony. In that context, in your testimony, you identified nutrition as a bedrock of health and one of the primary levers for treating and preventing chronic disease. You also emphasize that it's imperative for our nation's healthcare providers to be equipped to incorporate nutrition into patient care. I don't think it was very long ago that there was probably very little nutrition taught in medical school, and now we are encouraging that to be a focal point. How does HHS plan to build on this progress by securing additional commitments from medical schools and expanding nutrition education into other key areas such as residency training, medical licensing, and continuing medical education?
Thank you very much, Chairman.
It sounds like he needs to clear his chest and die.
WWRFKD Jr. Camp P-Funk. RFK Jr. is reading a book in silence in his study. What would Robert Kennedy Jr. do?
Red dye. Tylenol.
Black kids need marriage.
Crazy. He sounded like he was snoring. That's how bad.
That's what I thought. I thought it
He
was.
might need a CPAP machine for life just to walk around. He needs a CPAP machine for the daytime.
You don't know, baby D. You don't know. That's why you looking at me, because you don't know, baby D. Her fat ass be snoring and don't even be asleep, just standing there. Fat little cupcakes and shit. This fat bitch know about all the new snacks before they even hit the street. All the bootleg snacks. The year 2000 snacks.
We're recording live. It was AG3's birthday. Both AG3 and Captain P-Funk are now past the point of no return.
You're on the wrong side of 50. There is no right side of 50.
Y'all feeling wiser? How y'all both feeling being now adding your ages together over a century? How do y'all feel?
Well, I'm at the peak of my mental capabilities, I feel. Peak of my decision-making abilities. But the cruel irony is when everything else starts falling apart.
Yeah, the way I feel is I'm okay if anything happens now. If anything happens, I'm okay.
Pedro is playing with house money.
Just playing with house money. The way life goes in LA and the way we was raised, shoot. We on the other side now. So shoot, you get raised in LA, people aim a gun at you for being darker than them.
Captain P-Funk, you flew up from Phoenix for the weekend. You almost got scammed on a illegitimate airfare website.
Shout out Nip Money.
He almost paid for a Spirit Air flight.
Yeah, he almost flew Spirit Airlines.
He would have been stranded.
Shout out Nip Money.
Well,
legit. Yeah, I checked. It's a legit ticket. Pedro, you should book with them.
He said that too fast.
He did say it's a legit ticket. Was it a legit ticket that you bought?
No, it actually wasn't legit website. So, but what they do is they show these low prices, and they know what the market is. So they post about $100 lower than the average flight. Have you call them and say you book with Southwest. What they do is have their own travel agents from India call you and say, hey, that flight is no longer available, although you're looking at it at on the Southwest website. You see how many seats are available. So this is what we'll do. We'll put you in an executive seat or a upgraded seat for the same price as the regular price at Southwest. So they actually upgrade you, and they don't do any booking online. They do it all over the phone.
Can you tell me what that means?
All right.
But they didn't charge. I didn't get charged for anything. I got the security stuff on my card. So
okay. Well, news this week in news.
Give me the news.
Footage of airline tragedy was shared. And it's heartbreaking. It was the final transmission of a Spirit Airlines flight as it crashed down or landed.
It landed. Come on now. Don't get people worried.
Their company crashed. Something crashed. That may be the flight. But here's a clip of this tragic end to a once... what is it? What's the word I'm looking for? Prestigious airline.
Prestigious or private.
An American institution.
Neither that either.
Guys at American, good luck to y'all. Sorry to hear what happened. Carlos, Brewers 1833, visual 35 center. 01 1833, Detroit Tower, good morning, 12304, runway 35 center, clear to land. It was a pleasure working with you guys, and I wish you the best. Thanks very much.
All right, so
bag handlers around there. Everybody had to go underneath the plane and get their own shit.
So yeah, shout out to Spirit Airlines. That was the final flight.
The defunct Spirit Airlines.
And now Spirit Airlines is officially canceled all its flights and is not answering anybody's calls. What do you guys think about that?
That's what happened when you know what? If anybody was cheap enough if you didn't do your homework and notice this was happening, this was coming down the line. This ain't like a surprising thing. There's been times that company closed and it was surprising. Even Pedro said, I don't want to fly Spirit up here because he said there might be a chance it's not existing. That was a week before it didn't exist. So if anybody's sitting there and they ain't got their ticket, I'm sorry that it happened, but you had to be. You were trying to bite the bullet. You know what you were tempting fate. Everybody was tempting fate, and they were sitting there and they were like, "I'm gonna fly where I gotta fly to, and hope that it's still around because I got this ticket for $25."
Well, they shouldn't be selling stuff if they potentially can't honor it. That sounds like a scam.
I mean, it's bad, but it happens.
Well, they got to pay their creditors, whoever they owe, first. So they had to make those last couple of flights. Say, hey, you know what? We got this. We use that Chevron card, so we got to pay that off. So it don't go against my credit when I open this other LLC.
Yeah. Well, there's actually a movement of people who are pledging money to hopefully raise enough money. I think they need like a couple $100 million to make it a nationalized airline.
That's not happening.
They're following the model of the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, that's not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. Yes.
Get in on the ground floor, buy in on this American institution known as Spirit Airlines.
It sound like it crashed, and next thing you know, I'm liable.
Hey, support people who fly out IG models. Come on now.
That's the problem. He's supporting the people who fly IG models and knitting money.
I
being cheap.
I told this girl from the East Coast one time I'll fly her out on Spirit first class if she come see me.
Ain't no such thing as Spirit class.
I got a Spirit Executive Gold card, and you come out here, girl.
Yeah, ask nothing where he got on because he had a Spirit card. He had a Spirit app.
Look,
He was. You know what? You know what's funny? See, this how people. I said people knew it was coming. He used all his flights credits and all that he had on the app because he had a couple of free flights. That's him and the cousins all used it. That was when they went to wherever they went, Vegas, wherever.
Yeah.
They used it. They all kept using it because they knew it was. And this is in the past like 8 months, 6 to 8 months. They knew it was. Everybody saw it coming. If you got stranded somewhere, it's because your ass was being cheap.
Well, no, they're supposed to accommodate. You got United, Delta, JetBlue all filling in to
Yeah, they're filling in.
and Southwest covering filling in to cover the flights, and that made me think, oh, maybe I should be at the airport early. Might have like 10 extra Negroes on the plane trying to fight me.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I got the middle aisle.
Well, good thing Spirit wasn't flying out of here.
Yeah, Spirit had
be playing.
Yeah,
discontinued there.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of flights out of LAX. I heard, but somebody's going to get in on the bottom floor in some new planes if they
cheap ass planes.
They can fly. Well, I mean, Airbuses. Everybody's making them cheap anyways. They're going to get them on pennies on the dollar. Delta, JetBlue, just repay them, put them back in the air.
It's cheaper to get a plane than buy a new one, especially now since Boeing's the only company making planes.
Oh, yeah, they making shitty. Yeah, they making shitty planes like they.
In other news, a whistleblower killed himself while in the middle of testimony because he was so broken up. That was a year ago.
Once McDonnell Douglas went out of business or got bought out, and then all that, Boeing just basically became the crappy company because they're the only ones making it for Western market.
Yeah, they need competition.
They do.
In other news, Kid Rock was seen at the Pentagon this week addressing.
Who the hell he addressing there?
He's addressing military men and servicemen and women about the Strait of Hormuz.
Dude, that dude got with his intelligence levels, I wouldn't even trust him addressing the goddamn custodial staff.
Here's a picture of him standing at the podium, addressing all the military officers about the importance of their operation to rid the world of this blockade of the Strait of Hormuz.
I hate celebrities now.
I hate this administration getting the D-list celebrities.
You know what I'm like, though? I like the look of the soldiers' faces when you see they're kind of pissed off.
Mm.
I like to see that. Instead of looking straight face, that's one thing I dig on these Generation Z. They see right through the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
In order to be there.
Yeah. They see right through the bullshit. So that's kind of refreshing. I remember we went to the first couple of wars back in 91 and back in 2000. Everybody was so patriotic, flying flags everywhere.
You talking about the Gulf War?
Gulf War and
Well, the Gulf War, everybody was kind of behind it, even though we probably shouldn't have been, but we didn't know any better.
yeah,
The world was different then. The information wasn't out like it was.
it wasn't. But it's funny because it goes along with the same information Israel's using now.
George Bush went in there,
Had everybody
stealing oil.
compromised. Had everybody compromised. It's like, hey,
George Bush went in there and said, Sodom, you can't steal, but we're already stealing.
exactly.
All right. Well,
We stood behind it. Me, you, Whitney Houston. It was all behind it.
Yeah.
in other news, Kid Rock was seen playing a promotional commercial that he filmed with Pete Hegseth as he got into a Black Hawk helicopter to fly and get dropped off to one of his shows or something like that.
Now that would have been a proper time. God forgot to do a Black Hawk Down.
That
we could have remade Black Hawk Down too.
Probably hundreds of thousands to potentially millions of dollars spent on giving Kid Rock a free commercial with the Secretary of War.
I wish they would have flown that over Minneapolis with all the Somalian people there.
Yeah,
just one of them PTSD kick.
Give us a reason to really worry about Somalis.
Yes, maybe one of those Somalian people running a daycare and just have a PTSD kick in. Next thing you know, we got a Black Hawk Down.
It used to be they were pirates or they had RPGs, and now it's they stealing money from fake learning centers. Like, y'all must have forgot. You ain't seen Captain Phillips and Black Hawk Down?
Exactly.
Y'all worried about the wrong Somali issues. Anyways, fuck Kid Rock. He is a prime example of DEI, keeping somebody famous or in a place of prominence that they have not earned.
I never heard. He's a DUI celebrity.
He was a DEI celebrity because he was a white dude that hung out with black people that wanted to be black, and then he realized that he had no talent, so he went more and more rock and more right. Fuck that cracker ass cracker. Question of the day: Stephen A. Smith has been in the headlines, getting in bickering arguments with Matt Barnes and going after Jasmine Crockett and going after all kinds of other black people from his place of an exalted position that has been created by men that are white with a lot of money and a lot of influence and put him there. While also starting a politics show that he says a bunch of gibberish about things he has no knowledge or background understanding. Continues to give sports takes for real life issues.
Sports takes.
And he went on the Cam Newton show to express how mad he is that people are saying he's lost some of his community. And he even went so far as to say he hasn't changed. Everyone else has. Here's a clip.
The old Stephen A. Smith, if he were to know the new Stephen A. Smith, the old Stephen A. Smith would be disappointed. Cool. And what did I say? I said, that's bullshit. That's not true. The old Stephen A. Smith and the new Stephen A. Smith is the same Stephen A. Smith. I ain't changed. They changed. And the fact of the matter is that there's an expectation that's been levied on my shoulders. And I remember I had this argument with one of my boys. Don't come to me trying to put new expectations on me because I finally got the paper that validates the work that I've done for decades. I earned this shit. Nobody give this to me. I worked my ass off. Nobody can question that. Nobody can question my work ethic and what I accomplished and the muck and mire that I had to endure to climb this ladder and get to where I got. We're sitting up here as black people constantly talking about how we want our just due and we want what we've earned and we want what we deserve. And then a brother come along and do it. And now you want to sit up there and place new expectations because I'm the one that made it. Fuck that. That's not right. I'm doing what I've always done. I didn't change. So my point is that, listen, Allen Iverson, Matt Barnes brought up Allen Iverson. Well, did you bring up the fact that me and Allen Iverson went 8 months without talking? Because Allen Iverson was upset at what I had to write about him? He didn't bring that up. He wasn't always happy with what I had to say. No athlete is always happy with what I have to say. I don't want enemies, bro. Life's too short. But I'm not here to be friends.
All right.
But he was the softest interviewer whenever it was a superstar around. He acted like they weren't mad at him. I remember he interviewed Kobe after the trial, right? Worse, he kept hyping up. Oh man, I'm gonna get the interview. I'm gonna ask the tough questions. You know how I do it. Man, it was the most softest, gingerest interview in the world. When people ridiculed him, man, you didn't think I didn't want to? They had me sign NDA. They told me there were certain questions off topics before that. I was like, oh, so you just now finding that out?
Yeah. Do you guys think that Stephen A. hasn't changed and everyone else has?
Man, Stephen A. sellout. That's what I don't like using the word sellout, but he damn near there.
Yeah, what do you mean? I mean, he's the same person, right? Why is he saying he's the same person? He's always been kowtowing to what his executives tell him to do.
Yeah, he did work hard though. There's a lot of tap dancing he had to do to get to
Say he got money, but you know what got me is like y'all always trying to bring a brother down when we make it and we finally make it. You want to bring a brother down? Wait a minute. I don't have $10 million a year. I don't have, what is he making now? Probably more than that, probably $15 million. I didn't make it, Stephen A. Smith. You may have made it, but it ain't don't use the word we. You made it.
Yeah, you made, and that's why capitalism.
Paper that justify all the work.
It's capitalism.
You know what? You say you. I did all the hard work and all the tap dancing and talking bad about black folks for no damn reason when it's at the inappropriate time, like I did about Jasmine Crockett. You say I, Stephen A. Smith, not we.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith as a 50-plus-year-old man, from the time he started as a journalist or a sports writer to now, I would hope he's changed some, because I think that is part of the reason why people are not seeing. I think he hasn't changed in the fact that he hasn't become more nuanced or taken time to step back and be more reflective about the impact. Like when you were in your mid-20s and early 30s, your impact wasn't the same. Now that you established yourself with a certain level of credibility, a certain level of backing, and a certain level of influence or clout, your impact has a greater resonance or a bigger footprint. So there should be some thought into that, and that's what he's just out here. Like, there's a reason why he's doing a political show, because he thinks people want to hear what he got to say.
Yeah, he
went on Bill Maher the other week. I don't agree with on Mom Donnie trying to do all that.
No, the Democrats are still looking for I told you this on another podcast. Democrats are looking for their celebrity to get behind, just in case somebody else, they run some other crazy populist.
In other news, a Twitch streamer, Hassan Piker, is a threat to democracy and the worst thing ever, according to the Democrats.
I want to give a shout out to Matt Barnes for continuing calling people out.
And also in other news, the Democratic Party refuses to release the 2024 autopsy report, which basically is a breakdown and an audit, we know what that means, of the 2024 presidential campaign and how they performed. They refused to release it for some reason. I have no idea why they would release it, but it's definitely not because they are disenfranchising the progressive left within the historically Democratic Party. But it's not that, because we don't know that, and so you can't claim that. But I'm not going to say that it's that, but I'm going to say that it's probably that. But they don't want to show that, because then the centrist / corporatists will have to overtly make a very, very
you disrespecting centrists. They're the corporate.
The centrist corporatists. Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
There's some center people that ain't as corporate. The Democratic Party.
No. But
then the center people.
Yeah, but the center people will go with the flow of what the corporate decides.
Yeah, sometimes the center people go with the flow.
They almost always do.
They go different ways. See, centrist means you go different ways. These Democrats ain't centrist. They go in one way.
We'll just say on the spectrum, they go. There's the blue MAGA cult.
A true centrist would go different ways. That's what a true centrist is.
Well, you would hope so.
Blue MAGA cult.
Nah, I said centrist Democrats.
Don't go into.
You don't know about the blue MAGA?
Forever.
You ain't heard the blue no matter who?
Never mind.
Yeah, it's y'all. You guys got to be careful. There's they rely on the blue MAGA.
Well, Pedro's dark MAGA now.
You can't even hold on to Harlem.
So, do you guys think Stephen A. Smith should continue to push his political campaign, which he said he has a
chance to win? I want him to push it just so he can get
They're gonna
a
put
pie in the face.
No, they're gonna put money and see how far we can go, see how far the
Yeah,
population.
that's why I want him to keep going with it so he can see he ain't going far.
Yeah, because like I said, they need their own celebrities. Celebrities are running.
No, but he ain't going as a Democrat, Pedro. He already announced that.
That nigga lying.
You think he going as a Democrat there?
Who else got any money?
You think he going as a Democrat?
Who else
talk
got
too much shit about the Democrats?
I don't think he would go in as a Republican.
No, he won't go to Republican.
He can't go independent. He needs in this he has to go one or the other.
No, somebody's backing him.
He's gonna go Democrat.
He's going Democrat. They ain't got money like that. This is why the populists don't work. The populists don't win because they don't have any money. You just add them to death. You run ads at them, and you cover up everything positive you're trying to do with smear campaigns.
Yeah, and
nobody knows the truth.
Well, the issue is that you got
work.
Yeah, you got the corporation special interests are funding both sides.
Look at AOC starting to vote towards established Democrat, and she was a progressive Democrat at first, and she's starting to do what Nancy Pelosi asked her to do. You know why? Because they threaten her. It's like, hey, if you don't get along, you don't be down to get down, we're gonna run you out of here so fast. So I'm glad you made it on a populist platform, but once you hear, you got to change your tone.
Well, in other news, we have some more Megyn Clay fallout.
Here we go.
I'm glad you're bringing this up, Jared, but go ahead.
Apparently, Meg Thee Stallion and Clay Thompson broke up, as we reported on last week. How you guys feeling about it? You guys still sad that this power couple fell apart?
Man, Jared, that's the same as people around the corner dating that I don't even never met and don't know.
It was a power couple, guys. They were like,
I don't know what kind of power you talking about.
They were celebrity royalty.
There's a list online. It shows all the famous people and women that's been cheated on. I like the part where it says your auntie, your mother, your grandmother. Those are all the people that have been cheated on. And everybody's acting like this is some type of surprise. Yeah. Beyonce made that list. Of course, Nia Long. What's her name made that list? Y'all favorite Kim Kardashian.
Mm-hmm.
I think Taylor Swift made the list.
Oh, Taylor Swift. She tells people she on that list about 7 times.
Exactly. So yeah, famous people get cheated on. This wasn't no fairy tale love story, everybody. Like I said last week.
Catfish with spaghetti and red sauce, man.
I said last week, she sells wet ass P-word.
Oh yeah, can't say it in a live studio audience.
No, I can't say that live.
Only on the Zoom.
There's no fairy tale behind a woman that's whorish. Okay, there's no fairy tale. She got
Pixar is coming out with
Pixar coming out with
Meg Thee Stallion in the 69 doors.
Thank you. There's no fairy tale about women that's hot on the street. They belong to the game. They belong to the street. The ladies for sure. Y'all need to cut this out.
They doing Shrek 6 featuring Meg Thee Stallion as she don't turn into an ogre. She just got a drippy ass. This week, a podcaster from somewhere in the UK came out and made some very bold statements about the relevance of this breakup and how important Meg was to even making Clay Thompson a thing.
Didn't know Clay Thompson before Meg Thee Stallion. We didn't know Stefan Diggs before Cardi B. And while these guys have more money than these girls have social and global influence. Meg Thee Stallion made Clay a global star.
And this is why when I hear people from the UK talk about how Americans are dumb, this is the type of shit, you know what I mean? I know over there in your country, all y'all play is Quidditch and shit like that. But, you got to diversify your portfolio, sweetheart. Check out some other sports. I don't listen to nobody who eat beans for breakfast. Pack you up, honey.
Dude, he said play Quidditch, not even a real sports show.
Shout out to Will Mills on IG for giving the hot take and the real take after that.
Social status, right? They got social status. One like Cardi B got social status, right?
I wonder how many people in China are listening to Wet Ass Pussy.
More people probably wearing those.
You
don't allow that.
Wet Ass Pussy. Wet Ass Pussy.
You know, I never heard that song. I can't tell you. If you were to play music right now, I wouldn't tell you it was that.
Yeah, you heard it before.
No, I haven't. I don't listen to radio, man, and I ain't on
to.
TikTok.
Yeah, you've heard it. You've heard that sporting event.
TikTok. I ain't on Instagram. I ain't on TikTok.
You probably heard it playing in the background at a sporting event, the cadence, the start of the song, but they don't get to the chorus, but they get the.
So I wouldn't be able to tell you that song because I ain't.
That's good. It's probably better. It's probably better that you.
Life is better for it. Yeah.
Do you guys agree that Megan the Stallion really uplifted Klay Thompson's career and made him relevant?
Man, I don't ever have comments about that. That was just stupid, man. That was just stupid.
This is
multi-million-dollar, probably like $100 million shoe contract out in China.
Yeah, he had hundreds of he's made hundreds of millions of dollars.
Hundreds of millions of dollars, but yeah. So, and she even said they might have more money than them. So
he can buy more followers on Instagram or TikTok.
They gain social status. I'm like, I mean, this ain't Bill Gates all of a sudden, you know, dating Hannah Stocking or some shit like that, right? This is and Bill Gates dated someone like Sophie Rain or something. Bill Gates still got all the damn money.
Right. So the same applies.
A couple people might know her a little more, might know Sophie Rain more, might be able to recognize her online more, but Bill Gates is Bill Gates still. Bill Gates walk in the room, open his checkbook, and the room gets silent.
All I'm gonna say is this, in argument to whatever that British chick who definitely is doing a disservice to black women and women around the world by saying some ignorant shit like that, is she was linked. Meg Thee Stallion was linked to Romelu Lukaku, and we saw how his career is falling off. The ninja can't stop eating. Probably ate too much goddamn
red sauce and spaghetti,
and catfish. But the other person that she also dated a former NBA player or NBAer named Torian Craig, and
he ain't scored a point since.
He's let's just say her fame has lifted him to be relevant. Pedro, your second cousin. How's he doing? He's driving a truck with you now.
Where was Torian Craig last? Where did he last play?
Torian Craig played.
You?
No,
probably your doppelganger.
He started in 2016 Cairns Taipans, then the Wellington Saints in 2015 to 2016, 2016 to 2017, the Brisbane Bullets, 2017, the Gold Coast Rollers, and then 2017 to 2020, he played for the Denver Nuggets. Then he went with a trip in between to the Sioux Falls Skyforce G League team. 2020 to 2021, the Milwaukee Bucks. 21 season, the Phoenix Suns, and then he was traded to the Indiana Pacers. Phoenix Suns 22 to 23 season, 23 to 25 on the Bulls. 25, he was on the Boston Celtics, and now he's on the Sydney Kings. He's on the Sydney Kings, and now he's on the Mets de Guayambo.
Sound like that social status. Megan Thee Stallion social status helped him out.
They shift that nigga off overseas. That's how. Anyways, that's the problem. We have some ignorant ass people who are perpetually caught up in the celebrity culture that don't understand what really is going on. Klay Thompson. She asked. There's rumors that she asked Klay Thompson for anywhere between $400,000 to $700,000 as like a stipend for being his girlfriend.
I would have dumped her too, right then and there. Now maybe Klay. You know, he ain't as communicative as other people, maybe as I would be. So maybe he's like, man, my easiest way out of this is just to cheat on her. By any means, Klay. If she asking for stuff like that, any means necessary. You can cheat. You can jump out a window. You can tell her this is over. You can curse her mama out. If some woman asks me, hey man, can you give me, even if I had, let's say I was making about $8 million a year. and said, "Can I have a $400,000 stipend?" What's the stipend every month, Jared?
I don't think it was gonna be a monthly thing. That's too much money to be paying some WAP.
I mean, $500,000. It had to be. If you're asking for a stipend, it had to be at least. It was more than half a year. Regardless, the minute she asked for that money, Clay, if you wanted to walk out the window, it would have been all right.
Well,
the yacht. I don't care if it's in the middle of the Bering Strait or Strait of Hormuz. You could jump off that ship.
it's
That would have
Georgia
been okay.
or Moose.
It probably would have been safer if he jumped off the boat.
It's like just swim to out, swim it out.
Just swim whichever direction. It don't matter.
In other news, excuse me, the first round of the NBA playoffs is coming to an end. What's the score of the game? Right now we're recording live.
Ain't close.
As the Toronto Raptors are in Cleveland and they are
15 points down by 15 points.
Who's up?
Toronto's down.
Toronto is down 15 points now?
Big lead, now they down 15.
What happened? Their mediocre players came back down to earth?
Third, yeah. Do you know every game?
RJ Barrett was looking like a legit baller.
Almost every closeout game so far has been a blowout. There haven't been any close games.
Oh, that's not good.
Just some good Cleveland home cooking. They must have went up to Shaker Heights and got something good to eat.
Denver got blown out. Must have went to Shaker Heights and got them some red spaghetti red sauce and catfish.
Yeah, well, some big news came out as the Boston Celtics blew a 3-1 lead against the 76ers as Embiid seemed to come back and save the day.
Joe Mazzulla, I saw Joe Mazzulla. Do you see his dry erase board for drawing blood plays?
No, I did not.
They don't have a free throw line, a baseline, nothing. Just got a 3-point line on both sides. That's it. That's it.
It's got 2 hand-drawn arcs.
It's got 2 arcs. That's it. Just 2 arcs. We don't know, look, you got to be. Sometimes the players they'll coach, but we're not going that way. He was like, look, man, it don't matter as long as you buy a 3-point line when you shoot it.
If you get anywhere within a foot of 3-point line, you got a green light. Inside the 3-point line, no red light. Outside the 3-point line, outside that perimeter, green light.
That's why they lost. They lost to an inferior team because he don't know how to shoot anything outside of 3.
Also, Orlando Magic blew a 3-1 lead in the series and lost to Detroit. And then is there another team that blew a 3-1 lead?
No, that's it.
I saw this earlier. Desmond Bain with the season on the line. It's a picture of The Rock.
That's exactly what we turned into. Well, you would have thought with the Celtics blowing that 3-1 lead, you would have thought Doc Rivers was still coaching there.
I guess my question is,
wait, he blew 3-1 leads on both teams.
Yeah.
Another NBA elimination. The Wolves went in and defeated the Denver Nuggets without Anthony Edwards or Ayo Dosunmu or Dante DiVincenzo. He got ruled out right before that last game also.
Yeah. That's what I God. I was like, wait a minute, dude didn't play.
Yeah, no. Bones Highland ended up, who used to be on Denver, showed up and had a good game and said it felt like a good little retribution for them trading him a few years ago. But I guess my question that I've seen popping around is Nikola Jokic overrated?
Yes.
Everyone is like, he's the greatest top 5 center of all time. He's the MVP so many times. But is he overrated after this disappointing series against Rudy Gobert?
I've been saying that for years, man. He's a great stat compiler.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
he's a great stat compiler. He doesn't make his teammates better. I said this before, and I like Nikola. I like Jokic, especially on my fantasy team. He's a great for fantasy, but he gets his stats, his triple double. They always want to talk about how great of a ball handler. He's a playmaker because of his assists. Magic, I go back to Magic Johnson. Magic made people better, right? We always sit here and we say, oh, Nikola Jokic ain't got nobody. He ain't got this. No, you make those guys better than what they are. I mean, what will Byron Scott be without Magic Johnson? What will Michael Cooper be without Magic Johnson? He wouldn't be a Hall of Famer.
Kurt Ramsey.
James Worthy would be fringe at best and probably not a Hall of Famer without Magic Johnson. You make people better. If you're real, this is the problem with this positionless basketball. Like we give Nicholas Jokic the ball top of key, he throws some fucking shots, and to Aaron Gordon, he does a couple of dribbles, a couple of side steps, 3 pivots, and shoots a shot, and Jokic get the assist. Is he overrated? Yes. He has no defense.
Right.
He's probably the worst defender. People keep talking about Jokic top 10, man. He's top 10 greatest player all time. He's near the top 10. I ain't got him past 20. I ain't got him in the top 30 yet.
Regular season, he might be in the top
Yeah,
20.
if we only going off regular
top 10.
season, he'll be. But as a stat compiler, yes.
Well, they need to create a war category like they do in baseball.
Yes, where your stats. What is the impact on your stats in the game? I agree, Jared. I agree. They need a war category. So, what is the impact of your stats in the game for winning?
I saw people talking about Jokic has never beaten. Well, he's never beaten a 50-win team in the playoffs.
No,
and in their title run year, none of those teams, even in the finals, the Miami Heat were like the 8th seed.
A play-in team,
Yeah,
that got lucky because they hurt Giannis in game 1, and he never played again in the series.
Yeah, so they never played in that title run year.
Undercut on a dunk, and
none of those teams were above 50 wins.
What's your take, Pedro?
My take on it is he doesn't have the complementary players.
No, I'm tired of hearing that. Baby.
No, he didn't have Aaron Gordon, and this is the biggest.
I don't want to hear complimentary players.
This is the biggest problem about Denver. And you said this, Aaron. You said it yourself. Jamal
Murray's overrated.
He's overrated.
I agree, but
he gets hot and he gets slashed, but. I think you even said this like 3 years ago. It's like, why ain't they attacking Jamal Murray?
No, he has none of attack them all. I mean, they call look.
Yeah.
What's your boy name? Jaden McDaniels. He called them all out. Said they all can't play defense. Not one, not two. He said none of them could play defense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He went out and scored almost 40 points in that game.
Remember the Utah series in the bubble when Mitchell went off for 50 although they was killing each other, but it was like when the Lakers got to him, what did they do?
Yeah, but here's the difference.
For KCP,
I'm talking about McDaniels, a guy that ain't that great of an offensive player.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the KCP. Remember he had that Z. They had he didn't score no points, and Jamal Murray. They figured, Jamal Murray can't guard nobody. He had like 20. I think the next game.
But
nobody.
Yeah, Jamal Murray is
Jamal Murray's overrated. This is the year he made his first All-Star game.
He's overrated. He's a guy that doesn't have great defense, but also isn't.
He's a great slasher.
I wouldn't even say he's a great slasher. He's a jump shooter that
slash a little bit.
Yeah.
He's hot.
Anthony Edwards is a great slasher.
Yeah, he's not a slasher. He can get to the line, but he's not a guy that's gonna threaten a defense.
Just put it this way: he was better before he got hurt. He's not that
great before he got hurt.
He's more athletic before he got hurt, man.
More athletic,
but
a smidgen more athletic. He was still kind of a fat boy.
Well, the way he was getting his dong sucked on Snapchat, I'm assuming he had some athleticism. He got sucked out by that succubus.
I forgot he likes it regular. That's the other thing.
He likes having them snow bunnies suck on his junk while putting it on Snapchat.
He was still kind of overrated, kind of fat boy.
He was like, you ain't gonna cut it. I ain't gonna cut it with you, girl, but you could take it. Yeah, Jamal, the team does lack a certain robust athleticism, I would say, as a whole. And that can play a role, but they don't. Yeah, that plays a role defensively. If you don't have guys that can play those perimeter wing plays, situations, and do what they need to do, Jamal Murray can't play defense. You cook him, make him work on defense.
Jokic was the one getting cooked.
Jokic. We also need to look at Jokic.
He got cooked by Rudy Gobert, a non-offensive player,
and Nas Reed,
and
Randall.
Yeah,
they all cooked them. I mean, Jaden McDaniels said it. He called them out. He called them out early in the series. Said none of them could play defense. The minute he called them out, they balled him up.
Yeah.
And Jokic was the one looking like a fool, getting balled out.
Do you think he had a right to get mad at McDaniels and charge him like that at the end of game?
Or hustling on that play than any other play.
I'm usually a Jokic fan when it comes to his toughness, but that right there was cat.
He
That was
he got a fake toughness.
That was cat. Man, they bombed this city. How could you say that about
he was a kid. No, it was better by the time he came around. His brothers were tough. That's the problem. He got real toughness in his brothers.
Yeah.
See, everyone take that Eastern European. Yeah, they still a little tough, but the war was over before he was born.
Yeah, these guys weren't there during the
He
Cold
wasn't there.
War.
Yeah, he wasn't there
In my country.
past the Cold War years when Clinton was in office.
Yeah.
When everything was going down over there with your boy Milicevic ethnic cleansing out there. These fools weren't even born then. They came around the They went to the high school, the gymnasium for high schools, where they got meals and all that. That's why you see people like in the WNBA, Nika Moore. Like, it's different now.
WNBA? What's that?
Well, I said Nika. Come on. Just realized what he's.
In other news, the Lakers got past the Houston Rockets, and it looks like KD is about done with the Rockets.
Yeah, with his burner accounts. Look, to quote Bill Callahan, if you were to move Bill Callahan on that coaching staff of the Rockets, he would be saying a press conference right now, said this perhaps got to be the dumbest team in America. Everything KD said on that burner was right. I hate to admit. He's still trash for putting out a burner, but everything he said was right.
LeBron James turned back the clock, and is LeBron proving that it is still his team in LA?
Turn back the clock, Jerry. He looked so damn tired at the end of that game.
He played damn near 40 minutes a game.
He was burnt out. I was not turning down the clock.
He basically gave. Sometimes when you had that workout the day before, and you're like, oh, I gotta leave the gym because it hurts. And you come back the next day, you back on it. That's LeBron right now.
Mm-hmm.
I had that same feeling when I'm in the gym and I'm doing lightweight.
Only person turning back the clock was Bronny, because he played like he did when he was going to the stadium when LeBron was 20. And he was a kid. That's how he was a baby. That's how he played.
Bronny James turned back the clock and he went back to the G League. He actually helped the G League move their stuff to Palm Springs, whatever.
I guess my question is the MVP for the Lakers in that series, was it Bronny James, Marcus Smart, or a combination of DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes playing defense against Alperen Sengun?
And none of them, man. You just named
Alfred Sengun self-checked itself. If you can't have a decent game, he had one decent game. Mm-hmm. If you can't string up a couple of decent games against somebody with low self-esteem, DeAndre Ayton, and a goofy, which is Jackson Hayes. Yeah, you don't have it.
You mean Jackson Tased?
Yeah, Jackson Hayes. No low self-esteem. Sob story. DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah,
AKA the 2K champion.
Everything Kevin Durant said in that burner about Alperen Sengun was 100% correct.
All right, so what do you think?
They got a franchise player who can't score.
Houston needs a trade with Denver. Give us some of your non-athletic shooters, and we'll give you some of these athletic guys that can't do anything other than run real fast and dunk the ball.
I don't. It's a lose-lose for both teams. Denver would get more defensive, but they can't shoot. Houston would get some guys that can shoot, but ain't good.
Yeah.
Christian Braun, all them, they ain't good.
Oh, so yeah, what needs to happen with Houston for them to have better outlook? I'm a little disappointed at the coach. Also, I'm not gonna give Ime Udoka a pass.
He looked just like he normally looked, like he buffing up and ready to curse out a player, but that's it.
It looked like he's like, man, I taught Joe Mazzulla how to use a blank clipboard with just 2 arcs when I was coaching in Boston, and I got a team that's the exact opposite of that.
Looking like he wish he slept someone that wasn't with the organization. He'd still be there.
No, I think his Mazzulla's got a better coaching better casting strategy. He just got a bunch of idiots.
Mazzulla's problem is that he has more offensive. He can coach more offensive sets and play. Yeah, they look like they're running things. It's just shooting threes.
If you look at Jabari Parker, not Jabari, is it Jabari Parker?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Jabari Smith.
Jabari Smith.
Yes, Jabari Smith. When he pass the balls across the lane as as they're doing the switchbacks and the cut throughs. How many turnovers did he have? I thought he was a smarter player than that.
No, hell no.
So having him and that man Thompson do the exact same thing at the top of the key.
Mm-hmm. This is the problem of having positionless basketball.
40 more shots than the Lakers. Well, 30 more shots in the first game, and lost by 8.
They're not smart players. They're not good. Kevin Durant said in the burner, Jabari Parker is the R word.
That would be a very difficult math equation to tell somebody this person's going to get 30 more shots than this person, and they're going to blah, 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 and they're going to lose by this many points. Tell me the shots made and the efficiency rates of each team.
That's crazy too, because both of them kids, if they were coached, they got NBA bodies. Both of them.
Well, that's the problem with the
Long,
NBA.
lanky.
We get excited over long, lanky NBA bodies can move a little bit. We get excited over.
That's what happens. That's why Joker and Luka Doncic that don't
even jump out there.
They
clap them up.
Yeah, because
they got the bodies, but they ain't got the smarts. They don't, because you ain't have to have the smarts in AAU no more. These a bit
just look what a Joker did to Houston, and then look what Luka Doncic by himself did to Houston.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And everybody's way quicker.
Then they went out and got them a 6'2" shooting guard, and with the number 3 pick a year ago, that Jared's favorite player.
Who?
Reed Shepard.
Oh, Jesus. That was bad. That was really bad. That was a bad draft, though.
Basically, Reed Shepard and the kid out of Boston got the same game. Get hot and streaky and then disappear.
Yeah. All right. Well, in other NBA news, Draymond Green came out this week and said that Steve Kerr hindered him in his career and what he could have become, but was also thankful for all that he taught him. Here's a clip.
He's such a unique person. There's things he's done that I can never forgive him for, and yet I will do anything for him. When you spent 14 years with someone, when you've had the runs that we've had, playing the role that I've had to play and being who I've had to be, some things like that are going to happen. Everything hasn't just been one way. It hasn't just been like, oh man, Draymond did this, Steve's mad. I don't take that any way at all. Speaking of this December thing, I spoke to him after that and it was like, I don't think you like me. I don't think you've ever liked me, if I'm honest. Like, he cried. Like, really? However, what he's meant to me in my life, what he's taught me in my life, just telling them in our exit interview, the things that he's taught me about being a winner, I'm not sure where else I could have got that. I played for Tom Izzo, and Steve just took that to a completely different level, and especially showing me things about this level and winning. Like, I could never repay him for that. It's so important to who I've become. As much as he's done for me in basketball, a part of me think he's hindered me in my career and what I could have become. When KD came from 2016 on, I have not had a play in our playbook. Not a single play that we run for me in our playbook. It's just 2016. But if you're going to take one gripe and not be able to move past it for all the other things, then you're shallow as a person. That says more about you as a person than it does about Steve or whoever else in that instant. You got to take the good with the bad, man.
All right. Do you guys think that Draymond Green was giving a salient and well-rounded take there, and that Steve Kerr fucked up his career?
Pedro.
Man, Draymond Green. This is why you don't need players. Live players don't need a podcast.
Live players?
The people that are I'm talking about people that are still active
players.
Active players need not
to podcast to dead players.
Yeah, well, maybe he needs to die before he starts a podcast.
Damn.
Because this is, you don't give up the goods. Why, this is something you put in your book, in your autobiography. Are you saying your career is over, Draymond? I don't know.
Is he saying his career with Golden State is over? His contract coming up, or is Steve Kerr not coming back?
Yeah, he's giving up too much. So he's giving up information that we don't know, right? Because he wants to have this mic in front of his face.
Yeah, that's true.
We don't have nothing else interesting to talk about.
Do you think though that Steve Kerr kind of hindered his career, what he could have become?
No. Draymond, you is about, like Aaron said, you is about as good as me in the street ball.
Come on.
Can't shoot. You play great defense and you rebound. And I give him that. That's exactly where you don't need no plays. If somebody ran a play for you, Draymond, it'd be off the side of the backboard if you start shooting it.
Oh, damn. Come on, Pedro. Damn.
It'd be off the side of the rim. And then sometimes, hey.
Well, but Pedro, don't forget, he was the person that brought the ball down during that era.
Hey, okay. Actually, you're right. He could do that in the beginning. And then what happened? After he got those hamstring injuries,
Well,
he started
it was the
to
3
feel
years
his
of KD. I think the 3 years with KD, everything changed. So that's a big pivotal time.
That's KD. And you said you want him on your team, so accept that responsibility. You went to go recruit him, so sit down. That's what you want. Hey, Chris Bosh did it. Chris Bosh played the third fiddle, sometimes a fourth fiddle on that team.
Yeah.
And look what happened. Two championships came out of it. So
Yeah.
Draymond, I don't know.
Both teams got 2 championships out of it.
Two championships came out of it. Why are you griping about you didn't run no single plays? You don't deserve plays. You got KD on the team.
Well, Entirely NBA came out and had this to say about Draymond Green's gripe, and I kind of agree.
See, the problem with Draymond's comments about Steve Kerr hindering his career isn't about what he said. It's actually the fact that he's right. I started looking at Draymond's Michigan State team, where he ended up being a Big Ten Player of the Year. And not only that, he was a high-usage offensive player who could score in the post and shot 39% from three. Then you start to fast forward to that 2015-2016 NBA season, way before the Warriors were ever the super team and dynasty that we've known them to become today. And Draymond was averaging about 14 points a game, shooting 39% from three. That's key, because in Game 7 of the 2016 NBA Finals, Draymond put up 32 points, 15 boards, and 9 fucking assists. Key element here is that he went 6 of 8 from three. And that right there, that game was a staple because it's factual proof that when the Warriors system required him to score, he was capable of that production. But then there's something in the world called sacrifice of usage. Draymond's biggest impact came when he was moving off the ball offensively just to facilitate for others. Because you have to think, when you're playing alongside Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and then Kevin Durant eventually, every shot that Draymond would have took was statistically less efficient for the team than a shot from one of those three guys. That's where context matters. Draymond Green ended up sacrificing that scoring ego to become one of the greatest point forwards that the NBA's ever seen. And within that, also became one of the few players in NBA history to record more assists and rebounds than points. And the result of that was fucking 4 championships. Because I know for a fact, if Draymond Green insisted on being a 20-point scorer, the ball would have been in his hands more and out of Steph Curry's hands and out of Klay Thompson's hands. And I guarantee you, bro, that's a trade-off that would have most certainly led to fewer titles. This is where I say Draymond Green is absolutely correct. It is entirely possible to respect a coach and still feel like the role that they gave you may have limited your ceiling. So, yeah, I mean, Draymond Green could have likely averaged 18 to 20 points on a mediocre team, but instead he chose to be a pivotal player on this dynasty team. But shit, it earned him 4 rings. And even more so, a jacket to put on at the end of his career.
Okay, let's act like the jacket for the NBA actually measure up to the jacket. Mike Cooper got jackets. I love Mike Cooper. Mike Cooper got jackets. That's me going to buy jackets like y'all. But Draymond was one of those people. He went on the plane. He was one of the people on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
So can you say Steve Kerr gave him a smaller role, or it's just a situation put him in a smaller role?
He self-checked himself.
Yeah, I mean, they lost. They all look. See, Jared. See, now you get me started because they lost. They all went like a bunch of little scary. I don't even want to say the words. They lost. Couldn't handle that. They won 73 games and lost.
Mm-hmm.
They hopped on a plane and went and told Kevin Durant, "Come play with us." They ruined basketball for me the next few years.
Mm-hmm.
They ruined basketball. It was a foregone conclusion who was going to win. They took away what could have been one of the greatest back and forths since Lakers Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
And they went ahead, instead of just putting up with it and saying, we lost, we were the better team, do what Bird did. When Bird and them lost to Lakers in the 85, Bird was pissed. And he said, 86 was like our year. Like we that lost in the finals to the Lakers just put it all together for them. They're like, it motivated them. They came back, had an unbelievable year, won 68 games or whatever it was. Yeah, they won something like I think it was at that point in time, like the 3rd highest wins in a year. And they came back and they won the title. Then the next year we hit the Lakers. where they beat Bird, and Bird's like, Magic, that was out of the 3 games, that was the rubber match, and the Lakers won it. And he was like, that was the greatest game ever, right? Magic's the greatest player. That's the one where ended Magic's the greatest player I've ever seen. But they put on they strapped up, they just laced their shoes tighter and said, we're going to go back and get this. They added a player. They added an old-ass Bill Walton that could barely move. I'm glad Pedro went to the bathroom because he'd be glazing up Bill Walton right now. Bill Walton averaged like 8 points in that series. Somehow Pedro thinks it's 30 or 40 in his head. Glazing up. Bill Walton could barely move. But he helped them. He was like 8 to 10 points off the bench, which they needed at that time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I can't... Did Steve Kerr really take it away from him? Or did he take away... Did him begging Durant and all of them begging Durant took the situation? To me, Steph Curry is still just as much as to blame as Steve Kerr. Because Steph Curry wasn't going to lose too many shots when Durant came. They all equal. They're all equal and liable. What you play with that guy is true. It's true. Everything he said is true. Could Jim? I don't think Draymond will be a 20-point scorer in this league. I don't care what year or how bad the team was.
Well,
that's his thing. That wasn't his thing.
At Michigan State, he was a scorer. He was averaging 15 points, 16 points a game. He had the same stats as Anthony Bennett.
Yeah, okay, let's not go there. He averaged 16. He averaged 16 points.
He's number 1 overall pick of the Cavs drafted.
We all know that was stupidity.
They should have drafted Reed Shepard instead.
It was, we could go over the list of that. It's not just Draymond. Anybody in that draft, they could have drafted over Anthony Bennett.
But yeah, no, Draymond. I think Draymond Green. He had a nice mid-range game in college. He wasn't ever gonna like fly.
You were allowed to have a mid-range game.
Yeah, so I think Draymond easily, if he was just like came in and I think his basketball acumen was on display when he was a second-round pick instead of being highly touted, overrated coming out of college, and you got to see him as a player, which a lot of players come out in the first round or second round, and you're not the dude on the team. You're not even the third dude on the team. Like, you're coming in and you're needing to fill a role. Draymond showed like what his whole skill set.
He also came from probably one of the better college coaches.
No, he did.
He came from one of the college programs where coaches there, a team coaches there, where normally if you go, can you tell me which Michigan State player ever averaged other than probably maybe Michael Redd? Since
Michael Redd didn't go he went to Ohio State.
He did? No, not. Who am I thinking
Mo
of?
Peterson.
Mo Peterson is the left-hander, right? Yeah. That's what I was thinking of, a left-hander there.
Yeah, Zach Randolph.
Zach Randolph is a left-hander.
Jason Richardson.
Jason Richardson right-handed. But Jason Richardson, but I mean, we can name tons of players. My question is, how many of them average over 20 points under Michigan State?
No, I'm saying they came in the league and averaged 20 points.
I know, but I'm saying they didn't average at Michigan State. You even though you could be the man.
Oh, no. At Michigan State, they might not have averaged 20, but Draymond was averaging 16 points a game.
He was the man, but I'm saying even if you're the man at Michigan State, you're going to learn how to play a team game.
Yeah,
I think player came in a complete player from Tom Izzo. Yeah, every player from Tom Izzo is a complete player. Now they might have had like some. Like Mo Pete or Mateen Cleaves, they all every player, no matter who you are, Steph Curry, Kobe, you're all gonna have weaknesses, right? So they might have had some holes in their game, not because of Tom Izzo's, because maybe they were too short, maybe they were too slow, maybe they weren't rangy, right? Weren't athletic, but they were gonna be as complete as they can be. They're gonna be team players complete. So I think Draymond, like you said, he brought that. He's highly intelligent on the basketball court. Highly intelligent, probably in the days of non-intelligent players, he's one of the most intelligent players in the game. I would say that. I wish players nowadays I wish if any one of those dudes from Houston had half his IQ, they would have probably beat the Lakers.
Yeah.
I wish they would have. So I will say that, Jared. I will say that, but I still think, I think Draymond's sacrifice, like Pedro said, just like what's that alien looking dude? The one that the RuPaul of the basketball. Shaq called him RuPaul of the NBA. From Toronto, Georgia Tech, then Toronto, then Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh.
Ain't that sad? I can't remember his name, but I remember every place he played. But like Chris Bosh, right? Just like you said about Chris Bosh, someone had to sacrifice. And think about it, Chris Bosh only had Dwayne Wade and LeBron. He got Steph Curry, Clay, and Kevin motherfucking Durant. Didn't he say he's Kevin motherfucking Durant? Is that what he said? Talking about Patrick Beverly, I'm Kevin motherfucking Durant. That's who I am, right? So of course he was gonna have to be a sacrifice. Like I said, I blame everybody. He should. I don't think he should just be blaming Kerr, even though I think Kerr's overrated as a coach. I don't think he should be blaming just Kerr.
Cuddy Corner shout-outs. Cuddy Corner shout-outs. Cuddy Corner shout-outs is the segment of the show where we get a chance to rant, complain, or highlight something positive in the world. Cuddy Corner shout-outs. Cuddy Corner shout-outs.
It's time. We're burning now. God, if you let it in, hell, so cold and bleeding now, now, now. I'm in for it, man. Gonna let you down. He had sex with my mama. We're broken people now. I just said I need a
Aaron, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout-out?
My Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to the NBA. I think the first round should go back to 5 games. When the team was up 3-1, we got low stakes. Either the team that had the lead came out and got blown out in several times. The Lakers, in the sense of the Lakers, they were up 3-1. They get blown out. They were 3-0 when they got blown out, right? Weren't they up 3-0?
Who?
The Lakers, and then they got blown out.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost 2 in a row. They got blown out. They had no sense of urgency. I think the 5 games in the first round really made a sense of urgency. Also tells the talent disparity in the league. Like it's been nothing but blowouts. We've had 2 game 7s and they've been blowouts. We had game 6s and they were blowouts. Minnesota blew out Denver. Lakers blew out Houston. That was actually the closest one. It still wasn't that close. Game 7, Cleveland blew out Toronto. Detroit blew out Orlando. Everybody, New York versus Atlanta was beyond the blowout. At one point, it was 60 points in that game in the third quarter. 60-point lead. Ended up being in the 50. The game over. The team lost by 51 points. Atlanta lost by 51 points. Was that game 6? That was game 6 or 7. I think that was game 6. It didn't matter. Right? I think it was in Atlanta. It was game 6 in Atlanta. Who was the other series? Oklahoma City blew out, but they were blowing them out every game. And then Boston. That seemed like the only close one. Boston, Philly. So you're talking about all 8 games, 8 series. Only one of them was close. Ended close. All these games and a lot of blowouts. There were a lot of games and a lot of blowouts. It just wasn't entertaining. It takes me away from 1994. I was in college in my dorm room. I was cutting foam board for my project. I was cutting this I'm making this project for myself. I was cutting foam board, and I was watching the first game that came on that day of NBA basketball. And it was the Knicks versus game 1 was Knicks versus Indiana Pacers. And this is when the series for 5 rounds, Jerry. They would start the second round before every game was over. That was game 1 of second round, Indy versus New York, right? I cut my finger watching Reggie Miller go off. Sliced it pure. I mean, blood all over the place. I didn't feel the pain because the game was so good. I was shouting. I saw a finger. I wrapped it bad. My bandage bled through, gauze, everything. Did it again. Stopped the blood from bleeding. Still came in. The next game was, I used to remember what the next game was Orlando versus Bulls. Jordan's first year back. That was the year Orlando went to the finals. It was my freshman year of college, and that was game 1 of that second round series. Orlando versus Bulls. And then the last game of a triple header on NBC, the last game was game 5, Houston versus Utah. And that game ended on a 3-pointer. Great 3-pointer by Houston to win it. They beat Houston to win and move on. I mean, they beat Utah to win in game 5 to move on. Great games. And I was just sitting there and I remember I was going to use my finger as excuse to not do my project, because my project, I had to go off and do it somewhere else. I was just coding the foam board out because I was trying to give myself a little thing, aid to help me like view buildings and draw it. I was supposed to go draw that church across from the RSF. And I was going to use that excuse to not, I was already working on all week, but I was like, dude, I didn't feel like going out there. These games were so good. And I remember Duck went off on me. So after I finished that last game, the third game triple header, I went out there the rest of the day and stayed out there drawing. Right. But these NBA is just lacking that. It's lacking that. We got the NBA back on NBC for some day of the week. I heard the da 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 round ball rock one time. The next thing I know, there's a million games on Amazon and everything else. I'm still searching for games. So my Cuddy Cornell shout out to NBA and this product they putting together. And that's it, Jared. That's it.
All right. Captain P-Funk, do you have a Cuddy Corner shout out?
Yeah, so it's gonna be a positive Cuddy Corner shout out. I'm gonna give a shout out to Nip Money and DJ Art picking me up from the airport. We get a shout out to everybody that came out. They helped me celebrate my best friend's 50th. We halfway there. I had a good time. Thank everybody. Everybody was what do you call that? Hospitable. Am I making a word up?
Not yet.
Yeah, but just thank everybody for helping me put that together. Me and Aaron been through a lot, and as black men growing up in LA, a lot of us didn't get to celebrate for other reasons. It was not just being born in LA. It's, men don't take care of their health, and it's important that men like us look at our health and it's a celebration, I should say. And it was a good time. Good to see Gabe. Get to see shout out Poppy. What's his nickname? Poppy George. I know I miss Mother. Jason came out. Him and his girlfriend's expecting. So I didn't know that. So that was a pleasant surprise. Get to see Ed and his wife and his kids and his sweet kids. And I finally get to meet I don't know if I finally get to meet Vanessa. So I met Vanessa for the first time after 20 years. And did I say Ski Lee? Ski Lee came out.
Ski Lee the Don Donna.
So I want to give a positive shout out to everybody for hosting me and making it a surprise that Jared ruined. So I get to celebrate with my best friend, my brother. Only person I don't trust him. He still owes me $100, but it's important to celebrate somebody that you grow up with and you see grow and become a man and raise so many of y'all. Some of y'all Oakland, little Oakland folks. If y'all don't know, Aaron's famous around these parts. I tell my wife that. I tell Ma, I was like, Mama, Aaron is a strong part of this community up here. Even he don't pray enough, but he's a strong part of this community. People love him, man, and you see it, and it's wonderful. I met a lot of you young guys through Aaron, and I see how positive y'all turned out, and everything that he's done for this community is wonderful. And you see the love and you see the respect. So happy birthday to my best friend Aaron. Thanks everybody for hosting me and me coming up on a short notice. We had a little bit of scare with him, because they did find him in the hotel room with two girls passed out, OD. So I'm just glad that
they gave me the Lamar.
They gave him that Norco, that whatever that is, to wake him back up. But he's here with us now, Jesus. So I'm so proud of that they was able to find him, and I want to thank everybody taking care of. We older, so we get sick, and I want to thank y'all for helping out. Checking in on, make sure he was healthy and everything. He did have a health scare. So a lot of people know that. But the way y'all responded and the way we communicated and came together, I'm proud of everybody with that. Thank you for, checking on my best friend like that. I really appreciate it. And your money's no good in Arizona if you ever come hang out with me. It's everything's on me, as long as it stays in the house.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate that, Pedro. That was good.
All right. Well, my Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to positive one. Happy birthday, AG3.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Captain P Funk, both you old ninjas. Belated birthday, Captain P Funk. Glad you made it up here, and it's been a good weekend, a lot of fun. My other Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to motherfuckers testing me on the Domino's table.
Greatest comeback ever.
Y'all motherfuckers. Yeah. They motherfuckers try to play a game to 3 houses where somebody, man, 2 hands, motherfucker basically had 150 points. I said, man, this is the quickest, most stupid game. Pedro was over there playing. Pedro was putting garbage on the table, literally in the middle of the Domino's table, thinking that's what he was playing, giving up all the points to Nathan, who don't know what the fuck he doing. And then I give him credit though. He finally started playing a little defense. Nathan got slowed down.
Lock him up.
I locked the game out and got Domino back around to me. And once that happened, I was down 150 points. Came back to score 200 for Nathan get that next 50. And that's what you gotta do sometimes. So, Cuddy Corner shout out goes to the motherfuckers who thought they had a chance to win. Gabe, Bobby, he thought he had a chance to win. I gave him a couple points here and there just to keep my Domino in turn. Pedro played some good defense, locking up Nathan, keeping him bone dry. He's kept him about as dry as the other Cuddy Corner shout out goes out to Nathan, and the way that motherfucker be sucking on them goddamn chicken bones.
Yeah, that man.
There was no cartilage, nothing. There was nothing left on that.
I said, it was he did better than me, Jerry. There was no, like you said, there was no moisture in it.
It was, dude.
Like those bones was dry. The dog didn't want the bones.
Nathan,
the dog didn't want those bones.
The dogs like the bones. Like, hey, what's this?
Dog thought it was a petrified piece of wood. Left it on the ground.
So I want to say this to add to your Cuddy Corner shout out. Your money is officially a brother. I've never seen nobody eat no chicken wings like that.
Pedro did lock him down like Scottie Pippen on Kukoc in the Olympics.
Come on. Yeah, so don't test me on the domino table, and if you ain't ready to play some real dominoes, pass. Anyway,
birthday we play mahjong.
Yeah, we gonna play a game of mahjong. If you have any Chinese people out there who knows Mandarin, Cantonese, or any kind of dialect of Chinese that want to teach us how to play mahjong, holla at us. All right, well, that is our show, my friends. That is our show. Any final thoughts you guys have before we get
Happy P-Funk Day to that here. Once again, it's been a while. We gotta make the Arizona soon, Jared. We gotta return the favor. We gotta head to Arizona.
Yeah.
In 7 years, people. Yep. I've been up here.
We're gonna have to return there. The next trip's gonna be us going to Arizona. I'm happy. Good birthday. Great birthday. I didn't want to have one, but it worked out. Everybody, all the loved ones there. Really, Pedro said it best. I can't even follow his words. So thank you.
Yeah, we don't celebrate. Me and AG3 don't celebrate our birthdays.
No,
we don't. But when you combine for 100 points, maybe something should be said.
Yeah.
100 points in life, maybe something should be said, especially from black people.
Wisdom to the nigglets. They started a podcast, Games on the Schedule. Wisdom to the nigglets. Shiloh Sanders told the Browns journalist to go make a sandwich for her saying that Deshaun Watson should be the starting quarterback over his brother.
Was it Shiloh Sanders or me? I don't.
Captain P-Funk using Shiloh Sanders as a cell phone. Told what's her name?
She's
Mary Kay Cabot.
She's the reporter.
She's the reporter in Cleveland. She don't want to report everything. She write about everything.
Yeah,
she don't do no fake reports.
Like I told Aaron, I said
when she says something's 100% correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, her word is bond. So yeah, Deshaun Watson in practice will probably, because he's a veteran. He's always gonna look better than Shedeur Sanders is out there listening to rap music in the SUV showing his watch. Okay, he's not practicing and working like Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson done already did all the nasty stuff, got the nasty stuff out of his system, where he wants to masturbate in front of women for some reason.
Allegedly.
No, they ain't no alleged. Well, yeah, allegedly, because he did win his court case, so I better say alleged. But we got film on Deshaun Watson. But Aaron says he's a gamer, but he can throw those trees. He knows the routes. He's gonna know way more. He's 10 years older than Shedeur Sanders, 12 years older, something like that. He's gonna look better in practice naturally. Even, and he's been out for 2 years, so he's, it's coming around. It's probably coming around where he's healed to the point, okay, I can step on that that back foot. I can throw off my shoulders now. I can lean and get into my progressions. He already has that work pedigree. Shedeur Sanders is trying to find what chain to wear to the next press conference. And say people are dissing, they all hating on me. So let me do my Shedeur Sanders and put on my Ski Lee voice. Man, they be hating on me. I just be out there trying to, I'm gonna do my thing because I'm always going to have the haters. Did y'all see my Rolls Royce?
Shedeur Sanders? It's a Lamborghini.
Oh yeah. Did you see my Lamborghini truck?
The Lamborghini.
And I'm playing that new Fetty Wap. Yeah, man, but they hate on me. God's always gonna shine on me. Look at my watch. You see God's reflection in my watch. Deshaun Watson out there throwing the ball, man. He's hitting them route trees. He's talking to his receivers. He's coaching, he's hey, be here. This is the position you need to be in. On this read, when this linebacker's up, you need to be in this position, or you need to cut that way, this way, in, out, 7 route, 9 route. Shedeur Sanders can't count that high. Okay, so naturally, Deshaun Watson's going to look like he's progressing more than Shedeur. And like I said, and they also have money behind Deshaun Watson. So they want to get their money's worth first. Then if Deshaun Watson fall off and Shedeur kind of shows some maturity, hey, here we go.
That's a sunk cost. That's the problem with Cleveland. They ain't realize.
And they're a bad organization.
That's a sunk cost fallacy of them thinking that they're going to get their money worth by playing. You already spent that. That money already spent and lost. Mm-hmm. Playing Deshaun Watson ain't going to get that money back.
Yeah. Well, they
move on. I give credit when people are like, I can't believe that team cut that. I give credit when you just move on. Like, hey, we messed up. We already sunk this money into it. It's gone. That money gone. We got to go to the next thing, try to get better.